What is up, my friends, my family? I am here today to share with you this exciting moment in my life. Here we are at Truist Park, where the Braves play their games. All right, this is what I played for the Braves. I'm about to prove to you and show you highlights that I actually played on the World Series Championship Braves. About to lose the World Series in the 8th inning. And yes, I delivered. Man, I stepped up. I read that fat, threw a ball one time. I said, man, don't you throw that meat over the plate again. Poo-poo-yow! It was gone. World Series champs. I delivered. I'll let you see that. As you'll see, I'm obviously going through an identity crisis. All right. You could say that for sure this was my identity crisis. I got this email from my pastor, Pastor Darius Daniels, one of my two pastors, and it reads as such. Listen, we're family, right? I want to share something with you that resonated deeply with me. I want to talk to you about identity crisis that each of us go through. All right. You be the judge to see if I went through an identity crisis. So let's go to the highlights, and I will show you who I am, who I was, and who I am still swinging the bat. I got proof, baby.
Pitch misses, and it's a ball is strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. In the air, right center field. This is demolished. Way back and gone. He made him pay for that one. That's his third home run of the series. It's 3-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there, patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again. Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these guys. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when these guys return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down to the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. For Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Shelby. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
What do you think? Did you see my pictures? They say sometimes they say, hey, cut the mullet, baby. I was like, no, God likes a garden. It's a garden. Let it grow. Let it grow. Hey, man, in all seriousness, in life, how you go and how much you grow is not determined on how much you believe about God. All right. How we grow is equally impacted it is on how you think about God. All right. But how we grow is also what we think about ourselves. What do we think about us? I can believe in God and think in God all day. And there was a time when I did, but I didn't think much of me. I did not think much of me. Today I do. I love me again. I forgave me. If God forgave me, why didn't I? I don't look back. I don't get stuck. God forgives us. He lets it all go. He promises that. So if it's reminded, it's myself in my head, or it's the devil himself. Solomon said this in Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinketh, believes in his heart, so is he. This means that you'll always behave in a way that's consistent with how you see yourself. All right. I believe it's the difference in what God thinks about us and what we think about ourselves, and why God repeatedly reminds us of who we are. Look at the way he talked about throughout Scripture. All right. He showers us with words like salt, light, royal, chosen, beloved, anointed, the head, not the tail, and more than conquerors. More than, no, I just sound like you're throwing a bow, more than conquerors. I love it. All right. He does that to remind us of the truth, because he knows something about the enemy that we tend to forget. When the enemy cannot change what you believe about God, all right, he attempts to change what you believe about you. And this is where the identity crisis comes in. Yes, I had a fictional one. Am I kidding? Of course. When I play the game, yeah, I like to pretend like it's me. MLB The Show, you can take your phone and take a selfie of yourself, and that selfie will come up on your player. Hey, technology, great, man. Can you imagine how it's going to be soon? I put myself back in my young age. All right. So, however, I need to remind you this: the enemy's a liar, man. And I'm looking at this, and I got this from the email that I got from Pastor Daniels. The enemy is a liar. It means he can't tell the truth. He don't know how, because there's no truth in him. So no matter what he says, it's the exact opposite. Whatever he says about you, the opposite is true. The enemy always wants to create an identity crisis because he knows he can't stop what God has declared in your life. So good news, fam. Good news, friends. Good news, uncommon men and women. All right, embrace the true identity you have in God and trust in the unlimited possibilities that lie ahead. You are destined for greatness. I believe God is preparing you to make an extraordinary impact on this world, man. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe you can fly. Not like I hit that ball, though. That thing was gone, baby. Gone.